Okay, so what we're trying to say, like a security people who sitting in front of the camera, their job in danger.
No. I won't say in danger. See, never mind. Whenever we see any kind of new technology coming into the market or a new product comes into the market, it's never someone is already in danger. Okay, we are always the one thing is constant, that is change. Okay, we are always upscaling. We are upscaling our security side also, because something a manual work cannot do 24 into 7, but AI can do 24 into 7 through their hardwares and due to tech.
Hi everyone, so welcome to AI in Action. So today we are going to record broadcast related to the AI in Action, real-time problem we are going to solve with the AI and computer vision. So this episode totally about the AI in computer vision, and I have a two guests today, Dharmendra and Surbhi. So Dharmendra is the sales basically from the sales field, and Surbhi is as a development consultant, tech consultant. So she going to explain all the details about the project whatever implemented, and Dharmen going to introduce whatever client requirement and how we plan to execute the project. So thanks everyone for watching this episode, and hopefully this is going to solve a lot of the problems related to the manufacturing industry where we have implemented this solution. This episode totally dedicated to the Golden Eagle team. They managed to record this episode for us, and both the guests from the Golden Eagle itself. So thank you. Let's begin. So my first question from the Dharmen today. Okay, so I need to ask about like how he reached to the client. Okay, what are the client requirement? How we propose the solutions to client, and what are the basic requirement client have, and how we be implemented the solution. So Dharmen, could you please give me
Thank
details?
Thank you, Yogesh, for the question. And it's very generic one, how we reach. And as you already know, we have reached out. We attended multiple events. So this was one of our event we have attended in Singapore. That's for the, and we got this company. This is having a great hands in manufacturing as well as for the construction industry in the same domain. So they shared their problem statement that there were a lot of manual people and they need a lot of manual work where needed just for monitoring someone. So they said that, are you into particular into security or any kind of surveillance, or do you have any kind of softwares who can assist people or who can monitor people or measure that? So we said, what exactly you need of? So we can help you. So firstly, as you know, in our company, we always understand client's pain point at initial, and later on we provide the solution as per that. So they explained that they are into construction and manufacturing,
Okay.
and they said that there are some of the safety measures they need to follow, such as like the people, particularly the labor caste, they need to wear the safety PPE kit. Okay, they also need to wear the helmets, gloves, and the warm shoes while working on the sites. Even some of the construction site, they also need to follow the other areas, such as like the convention belt while working on the height. Okay, as well as the car or any kind of red zone detection. When I say the red zone, it is the unpermitted area where no one allowed to go. So they said that we have allocated and deployed multiple supervisor for that, and those supervisors are just to ensure these things. Parallelly, we have supervisor who ensure labor are doing work or not. So it is very hectic for them itself. Okay, to hire two people for a single work. So they said this. So we said, okay, we can do this. As you know, we already have a good expertise into software, and we also have a very good expertise in AI and computer vision. So we have discussed with our technical team how we can solve this and how we can cope up from this particular problem. So they said that we can build something, a real-time surveillance security system, where we gonna provide access of the camera, CCTV cameras, parallelly on a real-time basis, okay, to our AI model, and they gonna have a real-time checkout or object detection. Like if the camera have captured the four particular labor, okay, now in that particular labor, he gonna ensure the object that that particular individual have wear the helmet, PPE kit, gloves, or any kind of safety shoes. That particular labor have not breached the area of red zone or something like not permitted area. So at initially we have developed the MVP, we have shown to client and their investor as well, and we got approval on that. in just a couple of weeks. They were very happy at initial. They thought that something is going to be solved very quickly, because it's going to be something like helpful. Why reason? Because apart from manual work, it was also very tough reason behind that, because someone cannot do 24 into 7
Okay,
all the time. So
got
that
it,
was
got
a
it.
problem statement, and that's how we have solved this particular problem from real time CCTV surveillance, and we have provided object detection as well as the segmentation for this.
Okay. Okay, so as I understand, basically, so you solve the real time problem pen point per client.
Yeah.
So they have a CCTV cameras, and
Yes.
you guys are detecting anomalies on those camera.
Correct.
Okay, and showing some kind of a notification to the client. So those are the detections happen, anomalies happen,
Yes. Yes.
and they can take care of those anomalies.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, got it, got it. So basically, Dharmendra, my next question is related to like a client requirement. Okay. So what was the initial client requirement? Okay, in technical terms. Okay, as you know, and then I will again come up with the like a Surbhi to know more technical depth.
See, initially in the technical requirement, as you can see, the KPIs or the business metrics, what they have given to us, it was something, the breach, or I could say the ratio of not following the safety measure from the point of view they want people or the labor cost work to follow. Okay, the first initial. Second, the avoid risk. Okay, avoiding risk, when I say so, it's avoiding the risk of uncertain and accidents or incidents, you can say, multiple times. Okay, and they were also having some of the project in mining industries as well.
Okay.
So there were multiple areas they have said that it is not allowed to go,
Hmm.
or it was always something like multiple machineries were hanging out. Okay, so for in that particular case also they were said that we need the surveillance and alert missions too. So at initial the group wanted their security surveillance and everything. Also they want that each and everything as a report. Reason why a report? Because at the end of the year or the multiple quarter, they need to show in the audit also.
Hmm.
Okay, so these were the 3 4 business metrics they have given us, and we have followed us, and we have provided a solution on this.
Okay, thanks. So it's look interesting this project
Mm-hmm.
basically. Let's go back to the Surbhi. Okay, and I'm just going to ask from the Surbhi like a project architecture. So how you guys design the architecture and what are the major things you implemented and how your architecture works.
Okay, so thanks Yogesh for giving me this opportunity to talk to in front of everyone. So, like when I got onboarded on this project, and like after doing R&D, I got that YOLO V8 segmentation model is best suitable model for this. Then I started, and also then model was decided, and we got a data set from the client. There they provide us some like around 20 plus ITSPs.
Hmm.
Then we generated frames from that, and uploaded those frames to the RoboFlow, which is an advanced annotation tool, and it provides multiple things. And then we annotated the data and downloaded it to, and then trained our YOLO VS segmentation model,
Hmm.
and then used it for our inferencing. Then we like we use that detection results for our multiple use cases.
Hmm.
And in the like after implementing this, we got around 70 to 80% what we were trying to achieve. We got our result. That's it.
Okay, okay. So, Surbhi, can you just describe me like how many anomalies there? Okay, what are the use cases client provided, and how you handle those use cases? So, just describe the use cases and how you handle those use cases.
Okay, so client providers like 5 use cases. There was one like PPK detection, one was vehicle collision, one was like mapping zone, one was unbarricaded area, and these use cases. One like PP kit, we handle like created different classes like helmet, jacket, and shoes. Parallelly, no helmet, no jacket, and shoes. For unbarricaded area, we trained our model by providing the images which were just having that unbarricaded places. There was no boundary at all.
Hmm.
And for vehicle collision, we trained our model with the label using vehicle, and parallelly for vehicle, we created 2 more labels for
Hmm.
front vehicle and second vehicle. And for vehicle, we were just checking that in the front of the vehicle, in the back of the vehicle. People, if people is detecting, we were raising the alert of vehicle collision. For unbarricaded area, as person were coming to that place, we were detecting that it is an like alert. For PP kit, we were simply checking that we created a overlapping function where we were checking that a person whose bonding box and the parallelly that bonding box of the PP kit, we were checking that if the person and that PP kit bonding box is overlapping, then we will be able to that person is having PP kit or not. That's it about it.
Okay, so during the project execution, what are the challenges you face? Okay, and how you solve those challenges? Anybody from your team help you to solve the challenges? Okay, and what are the supportive tools and technique you use to solve the challenges?
Okay. So there was a number of challenges when we started with the when we started with the project. Initially, we were like for the first thing which I found as a problem, that initially I started my project with the using of YOLOv8 model. So later on, when I come to the conclusion that this model is not able to understand the polygons, suppose because there is no possibility at all, we will always be able to we always be able to get the particular rectangular bonding box while annotation, because that any object can be complex and irregular in shape as well. So for that, when we were using the polygons to annotate those, so that our model YOLOv8 is not able to understand that polygon at all. So after doing R&D, I come to the conclusion that instead of using YOLOv8, we can use YOLOv8 segmentation model, which supports like detection plus the segmentation. And after resolving this, when we were dealing with the data as well, so we found that there are number of issues. We found like there was low lighting and like blur images, not the pictures which is not in good in quality. And the major challenge was to create a balanced data set, because suppose there are a number of person working over there around. If I talk about, for example, there are 10%, but it is not mandatory at all. There's all 10% would not be having their PP kit. Suppose in among the 10 there is only 1 or 2% which they were not having their PP kit. So there was the most challenging part for us to create a balanced data set where we have to like where we have to balance, like if we have 10 helmet, then we should have at least 7 to 8 no helmet as well. So this was also a challenging part for us. So we continuously collecting the images, collecting the data to just overcome from the imbalance problem. And also there was some issues which I found like for the vehicle as well, when we were dealing with the vehicle problem. So what I found that when we were detecting the vehicle, so model was not able to understand what is the front part and what is the back part. After doing R&D, when I come to the conclusion, if instead of introducing the whole vehicle as like it is a vehicle to the model, we created a front and back to the model, and then we were just creating a zone in the front and the back to come overcome from this issue. And there are later many more issues like we were dealing and just resolving by doing that.
Yeah, I can understand. Technology always have a issue. Okay,
Yeah.
and every step you guys face some bugs and challenges
Yeah.
that need to be resolved.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dharmen, some of the, if I talk about like if somebody watching this episode, okay, so maybe they are not technical, but they are higher management, okay, and they want some solutions, okay. So can you just tell me like what feedback you received from the client during the project execution, okay, and after the project execution, and also how much client is satisfied, okay. So like if I talk about their work and efforts, okay, so how your solution solve the client problem exactly, okay, how much able to solve the client problem, okay, and what are the benefit clients getting from your solution?
So the post development and we can say the implementation of this system, the client was to be very generic happy and satisfied after the work, because they are seen within 6 weeks on a period of time there were a 40% less number of chances where the violation have been done. Okay, the people were following rule because multiple time where they were getting alert, and we were not just set up the alert in the control room, we were also sending a same notification to their WhatsApp and the applications too. So now each individual has to strictly follow the rules. Okay, so violation was less. Secondly, from the business point of view, or we can say from the stakeholder point of view, it was too easy to generate a audit report by the end of the year or by the end of the quarter. So they were like, okay, for this also there was like something they want to automate one manual work, and they got automated two manual work. So they
Okay.
were very happy for this.
Interesting, interesting. So, Dharmen, is any predictive plan like you want to implement some more features in future, or something you have a plan for like a big industries kind of a thing?
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. In a predictive plan, even from the same client, later on we have implemented and started this in the construction industry and the manufacturing plant of that company. That company later on given us in the mining as
Hmm.
well as to the other real estate part too. And after this, the successful completion in these three industry, we are also planning to start the other sites as well as to the other regions.
Hmm.
When I say the domain, then I could be greatly saying that we are seeking in the transport as
Okay.
well as to the e-commerce industry, the manufacturing, the tangible product manufacturing, as
Hmm.
well as to the packaging side too.
Okay, okay, got it. So, Dharmendra, is your solution support 100 plus cameras, or it's like basically I want to ask how many camera you guys are supporting, and is solution feasible plus 100 plus cameras or not it?
Actually, 100, you won't believe that at initial we have started with the 100, or I believe the 150, what we have already done it.
Hmm.
Okay. And when I say the scale of cameras, we can go definitely to 1,000 even, you
Mhm.
won't believe. But for 1,000 cameras, we have to dependency on the hardware side, like
Mhm.
on the CPUs and the GPUs, it
Mhm.
will be depending more and more because the cost will be bit more on that side of area. And definitely that is feasible. We can generate as long as camera as we can want. In the last time when we have set up on a building. It was for 15 floor, and
Mhm.
each floor there were around 8 to 10 cameras, and all were under the AI security surveillance.
Okay, okay. So I think related to the hardware, Surbhi is the best person to ask the question.
Definitely.
So I'm again asking from the Surbhi. Okay. So Surbhi, could you tell me about like how much hardware you used? Okay. So if I talk about the cloud, okay. So generally in these days, most of the people using the cloud. So which cloud you use? Okay. And what are the configuration of a hardware at that time? So could you just explain to our audience?
Okay, so our hardware dependencies, if I talk about, so they provided initially they gave us like cloud server, because when if you are seeking for any physical server, it took time to get ready, because
Hmm.
first we have to order, then it will take time to get prepared. So when like the cloud server they provided us, it was having around 24 GB GPU,
Hmm.
and it was like NVIDIA L4 GPU. And when they their physical server ready, and
Hmm.
when we got that, it was like NVIDIA RTX 4070, and it was having around 16 GB GPU, and that's it.
Okay. So Surbhi, could you just tell me like which technology and tools you have used? Okay, basically the technical skill set to implement this particular project. Okay, and you was only working alone, or multiple colleagues are working with you?
Okay, so if I talk about the tech stack, our application is based on the Fast API, and for the inferencing, we used YOLOv8 segmentation model, and for sending the real-time basis alert, we used RabbitMQ, which is a message broker, and like for storage, we use Postgres, and for the Postgres, we use SQL Alchemy ORM as
Hmm.
well. And as we were having a team of 7 to 8 members, where different members were serving different work, like like 1 to 2 person doing annotation. Like it was a quite hectic task and vast way, where we need to collect around thousand data for every single classes. And some teams were doing monitoring, like to just like if I want to check any use cases is happening or not,
Hmm.
where so we simply need to just continuously monitor that is there any favorable condition is happening or not, because as we were dealing with the real time data.
Hmm.
And some of them involved with the implementation of the script as well, and 1 to 2% involved with that, like the alerts which we were getting in the real time basis, that we are getting right or not. That's it.
Thank you, Surbhi. Okay, so I think Surbhi already given a lot of the information to us related to the project, and I also first time understand related to the computer vision, how it can be implemented, okay, and how it helpful for the manufacturing industries. Basically, I guess it can be also helpful for the construction other sides. So now I have a final questions from Dharmen. Okay. So Dharmen, could you tell me about like what are the outcome from this project? Okay. And if someone want to build similar solution, what you advise?
Okay. So as an outcome, or you can say the people who are from the similar domain, or you can say the from similar industry, this could be a change a perspective of security surveillance. Okay, because all the manual work or the control room work, the people have to make 3 to 4 supervisors sitting in the control room. They need to see multiple camera CCTVs, and you just need to check that everything is good or not, because we have seen multiple mall also the people have been placed as a security. So this gonna change the wholesome perspective, and it gonna be a transmit as a also be in a wide role into security. Apart from this, this also be going to be a huge potential, I can say, and a great innovation, because by the project while developing we got the idea that this can have multiple usage.
Okay. So what we're trying to say, like a security people who sitting in front of the camera, their job in danger.
No, I won't sit in danger. See, never mind. Whenever we see any kind of new technology coming into the market, or a new product comes into the market, it's never someone is already uh, in danger. Okay, we are always the one thing is constant, that is change. Okay, we are always upscaling. We are upscaling our security side also, because something a manual work cannot do 24 into 7, but AI can do 24 into 7 through their hardwares and due to tech. And we believe highly in that because we have seen it. The result are, to be very honest, transparent and on the people.
Okay, okay, got it. So thank you, Dharmen. Thank you,
Thank you.
Surbhi. Basically, we recorded this podcast, help of the Golden Eagle IT Technologies. Okay, and thanks to all the technology member. As per them, they have mentioned the name. So I really want to appreciate the technology and skills they have used. Okay, to achieve something. And we are meeting on the next episode again next week. So just like and subscribe our channel and the video. Next episode we are going to record a human resource for AI and multi chat bot. Okay, so watch for next video next week. Okay, and you definitely you will be find a lot more related to the chat and human resource in the AI. Thank you very much.
Thank you.